Hello there. I am your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant. And today I am back with Please Be Happy. Now then, I'm going to turn the brightness up on the computer because it is very, very dim right now. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I've got my water with me, I don't have any coffee. I'm gonna see how this goes. Mostly because I woke up late. Yeah, no, I had the alarm clock set for 5:30. It is now 7. I slept past the alarm and I woke up at like 6:30 actually. So I was like, uh-oh. Alright, let's begin again. There we go. Let's see. I did say we were going to start at the beginning, didn't I? Yeah. See, originally...
Ooh, I needed that break. Back to it.
Originally, I was going to use one of the, one of the choice selection thing. I'm gonna use one of those, but no, we're just gonna start right back at the beginning.
Nothing like a hard day's work.
Let's see how that goes. Let's see if I actually have any more cough drops. Where is it? Where are they? I guess I don't. Why is Art there? Let's see where. It's listed as my beloved. There we go. Spider gone, guys. Fog settled over the forest, far from the village and towns, and with it came silence. Birch trees shivered, pondering the weather, and dropped their leaves in fright. Streams bubbled, unseen by man, and babbled like the birds in the trees. In the middle of the forest was a grove, and in the middle of that grove was a log. It had been years since it had fallen, once one of the proudest trees around, and now in death was home to an abundance of life. A line of frantic ants ran to and fro. Mushrooms, cloud-like and pillowy, spread across one side like a footpath for fairies. Nearby, an old toad glopped contentedly in the mud. And inside the deep, damp hollow of the tree, something slept. A traveler strolled into the grove. Their steps were slow and tired, and they spotted the log with relief, like greeting an old friend. Weary from the day's journey, the traveler sat to take a rest. Whoosh! With a scrabbling of nails on rotten wood, a shadow bolted from inside the log to the tall grass nearby. The traveler watched the brush rustle as a faint patch of fur appeared within. Hello there, friend. I didn't mean to disturb you. They held their hand towards the grass, offering a piece of dried fish. At first, there was no reaction. And then, first a snout appeared, quivering as it tested the air. Then followed the rest of the fox, sleek and tawny as she took several slow steps forward. Her amber eyes were alight with mistrust, but also with wild curiosity. The strangers sat unfazed, their offering still outstretched. They dared to meet the fox's eyes, and in that glance felt something kindred. As the fox closed her jaws around the gift, a bond was made. Maybe we are not so different, you and I. The traveler returned the next day, and the day after that. Each day they brought some new treat for their new friend. Each day the fox's steps grew a little more trusting. One day when the traveler arrived, the fox was sitting in the clearing, waiting patiently.
Hello, my friend. Have you been waiting long?
The fox peered up at the traveler. Her amber eyes were warm and trusting. She accepted the gift from meat, gnawing at the traveler's feet then and there. The travelers sat, imprinting onto their mind the feeling of the wood beneath them, the clean air around them, and and the tender bond of companionship.
Where is your home, little fox? Is it here in this grove? Or do you come to see me too? This will be the last time, I'm afraid. Because I'll be going home tomorrow. Home is such a small place compared to the rest of the world.
It's so wild coming back here after the end.
Yet, it's some place I can't wait to return to. I wish I could bring you with me, little friend. I wish that you could see the world too. Your home is all around me though, isn't it? It's wherever the trees are, wherever the leaves fall. Little fox, perhaps it's you who's the more fortunate of the two of us.
All too soon, it was time for the traveler to go. As they bade goodbye to the forest and to the fox, they knew that they would not return, but that they would carry the memories with them always. The next day, the fox was sitting in the clearing waiting patiently. Of foxes and fables. There she is. There we go.
We've now docked at Wellington Skyport.
We have now docked at Wellington Skyport. Let's
Thank
go.
you for flying with Kiwi Airlines, and we hope to see you again.
You know, this is the first time I'm actually appreciating the irony there, since, you know, Kiwis can't fly. I'm just imagining giant flying Kiwis. Yeah, I imagined it. The intercom's announcement is muffled in the closet where I'm hiding, just like the clatter of the seatbelts and the chattering of passengers getting ready to disembark. I wiggle around impatiently, sore from crashing in here for... I don't even know how long it's been. Hours, for sure. The last few minutes always feel like they take the longest. A parade of footsteps begin to pass outside my door. It's time. I listen carefully, waiting for a gap in the crowd. When it comes, I stand up and push the door open with a single movement. I give a wink to the shocked-looking lady I stepped down in front of. She doesn't even have time to gasp before I'm out of her sight. Humans, they're always kind of slow. I nod at the smiling flight attendant as I pass her by, then throw up my hood to cover my face. It's been a while since I last flew, but it doesn't seem like things have changed much. It's always been harder to sneak on than it is to sneak off. I follow the crowd to the end of the walkway and step out onto the ground. After a long stretch, I take a deep breath and savor the fresh air after being stowed away for so long. Wellington Skyport, New Zealand.
I made it!
My breathless voice joins the pleasant hum of the Skyport. Oh, there she is! There's our Miho! Our little Miho! Our little Miho fox! A few clouds drift lazily overhead, almost within arm's reach. The sound of the waves rolling onto the shore is like a lullaby. It makes me want to burrow into the sand and take a nap. But I can't. First, I need to get out of here. And there's one more challenge ahead. Up ahead, the snaking line of passengers splits as people are funneled into a few security stations. While I'm too far back to hear what the guards are saying, it looks like they're examining a little booklet from each traveler before letting them pass. Humans sure like processes and procedures. I definitely don't have a booklet like that. Glancing around, I hope to find another way out. An open window would work, or even an unguarded exit. I'm pretty sneaky when I need to be. Unfortunately, it looks like the only way to leave is through security. Without any other option, I joined one of the lines and prepared myself. I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. The line moves briskly as passengers are cleared one after the other, and I'm almost at the front of the queue before I know it. As the passenger in front of me approaches the booth, I listen closely.
Good afternoon. Passport, please.
Right here. It's good to be home.
I'm sure. Welcome back.
He stamps something in the man's booklet and then hands it back to him. And he continues on out of the skyport.
Next.
That's me. I don't know what they do with people without any papers, but I don't want to find out. I'm sure it involves lots of questions, being escorted around and other unpleasant stuff. Casually approaching the gate, I put on my brightest friendly smile while keeping a slight distance. With my breathing steady and tail calm, I'm sure I put on a convincing act.
Passport, please.
Of course.
I fumble around in my pockets, pretending to look through my passport. Instead, I grab the useless clunky phone I've been carrying around and let it clatter at the guard's feet. As expected, he bends down to retrieve it for me.
Oh, let me get that for you.
And I make a run for it, bolting ahead and running past the security booths as quickly as I can. Haha! Yes, I forgot. I think I forgot.
Hey, you wait!
That little wind up before she just goes off screen. Oh, it's the return of Miho Crime Fox.
Stop!
By the time they've realized what's happened, I already have a few seconds head start. My inhuman speed, combined with the natural chaos of the skyport, should also buy me a bit of time. Still, I gotta get them off my tail. Oh boy. Dashing through the skyport doors and out onto the road outside, I don't even have time to take in the city. Without stopping for breath, I run into the narrow streets while weaving between cars and shocked bystanders. Being seen by so many people like this is annoying, but it won't matter by tomorrow. Putting the thought out of my mind, I vault over a low wall into a nearby alley and land in a crouch. Out of sight, but only for a moment, I close my eyes and relax my muscles. All feeling disappears except the slight warmth against my neck. My secret weapon. The unremarkable looking necklace is one of my only possessions, and by far the most important. A certain one of the beads strung around my neck begins to heat up in response to my will, a soothing warmth flowing through my body. My hands and feet begin to morph first, the furs chasing up my arms and legs as they distort and shorten. The sensation was so bizarre the first few times I tried it. It's amazing how it's become second nature by now. Closing my eyes, I let my body and head shift in turn. The face is always a little uncomfortable, my once human face changing and lengthening into a snout with some difficulty. Well, the process complete. Balls. Hold up, log. The process completes after only a few seconds. I open my eyes not as a human, but as a fox. I dart away without waiting, far quicker on four legs than I could ever be on two. Obstacles like the stack of garbage cans ahead would be a pain to get past as a human, but instead I'm able to flit between the caps without slowing down.
That's her! I know it!
Sounds like the security guard hasn't given up on me yet. I pick up the pace, running as fast as my paws will take me. Ow. Bit my tongue. Nana tent. His heavy breathing gets farther and farther away. In just a minute or two, I know I'm safe. I don't know where I am, but it's not like I knew where I was when I started running. I almost feel bad for the guy who was chasing me. He never stood a chance. Hey Neeb, how's it going? I'm doing good. I woke up a little bit late, so just a tad bit tired. But I got water with me, so I'm keeping hydrated. Oh. Huh. Well, I just ran out of water, actually. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see how that plays out. Even in the crowded city streets, there's no way anyone or anything can outrun me. The wind just wishes it could keep up with me. Boing! Comfortable that the danger is past, I slip into another alley. Once I'm sure that I'm alone, I close my eyes and concentrate on the form I want to take once more. The familiar flowing warmth runs through me again, my body stretching and deforming at my command. A few seconds later, and I open my eyes to glance at my hands.
Better luck next time.
Brushing the dust off myself, I nonchalantly stroll out of the alleyway and back onto the street. The odd person walks by on this errand or another, not paying any attention to me. Just the way I like it.
Left, right, past turn, left.
Mapping out my path in my head, I look for a way to make the main roads. It'll be easier to get my bearings there. I pick turns at random without any real destination in mind. When I decided to make the journey to Wellington, it was pretty impulsive. I overheard another pair of travelers talking about it and how beautiful a city it is. With a moment now to take in the scenery, I can see they weren't wrong. Hey Mega, how's it going? Hello, almost not late this time. Hey, you only got only 20 minutes, not bad. Yeah, so we're just restarting. Please be happy with the Aspen route. I was gonna start at like one of the turning points, but you know what? I want to see how far Miho's come, and I forgot that Miho was Miho Crime Fox at first. The streets around here seem like a mix of homes and businesses. Everything is very colorful, even the brick walls. Yeah, that's the new route. I already finished Juliet's route. Yeah. Even the brick walls are covered in pictures and paint. Wrong screen. In the distance, I can see green hills that are lined with houses, as well as green hills that are completely empty. There are a lot of hills, now that I look around some. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? I originally thought this stream was at 5 p.m. PST until I saw the tweet this morning. Oh no, no. I'll be at work then. I'll absolutely be at work then. Yep, no, that's usually what. See, I told my manager that I wanted my first week, like, completely free of morning shifts, right? And I don't know why she's still doing it, because I haven't had a morning shift in like months. So that's why all of my streams are ungodly. Oh, how do I put this? All of my streams are at ungodly hours in the morning, because of that. And also, I need to get my medicine refilled. So the earlier I can do that, the better. Yeah, I'm just a bit tired. That's how I'm doing. Yeah, that's why I woke up a little bit early, so I could call in to get my medicine filled. Did I miss one? Did I miss one? No, I didn't. From a few streets away, the sound of pedestrians and busy intersections floats my way. I head in its direction, taking shortcuts through yards and driveways when it's convenient. Thankfully, I'm EST, so it's not too early for me. I just don't get notifications for stuff because I'm at work. Hence laziness. That's no problem. Just walk in when you feel like it. That's what I do. Give me just a second. Okay, there we go. In one line, a big dog growls at me as I walk past. But when I transform and growl right back, he tucks his tail and runs away. Dogs and I have always had an understanding. Mio, don't scare the poor dogs. After squeezing through one last narrow side street, I finally emerge onto what looks like a main road. There's no cars here, but tons of people on foot. There are brightly colored signs and decorations on most of the buildings. In the middle of the street, there are fountains and benches and trees and all kinds of stuff. The best part is the variety of stores. When I stroll past a few of the windows and peek in, I can already tell that I'll be able to do most of my shopping here. Miho! There are stores with food, with clothes, and with just about everything else. I don't have any money on me, but that isn't exactly a problem. Mio. What is a problem is that it's too crowded. Dodging a couple of security guards is one thing, but trying to escape down a busy street with lots of people could be too much even for me. Oh, my nose is so stuffed up. I'll just have to remember where this place is and make another visit later, after all the shops are closed. Then a man in a bright coat hurries past me, talking loudly enough on his phone in a language I don't recognize. Oh. I need to switch streams when I watch every week because I need to switch streams I watch every week because I need to rotate 3 shifts. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's rough. Well, I guess that your guys' work has Wi-Fi at least. Mine doesn't. Which is the worst part. Well, it has Wi-Fi, but it just doesn't connect to YouTube or Twitch, so I can't really watch any or even listening to anything on the job. I just have music. Why am I so tired? Jesus. Is it because coffee? Is it because I need coffee? Man, I'm kind of jealous. I can watch, but no audio work. Sad. You don't get to use headphones? Our work, well, my work my work lets us use headphones. Technically, I just have one earbud in, and there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Mazel tov. Okay, you know what? Screw this. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I need to... I need my coffee. I need my coffee. Yeah, I'll be right back. I might try those stealth ones. Yeah, little earbuds. Yeah. I don't know how they are. I don't know how their audio is, but I just know that I'm gonna lose them. So I don't bother with the stealth ones. If you don't like me wearing headphones, cope. Anyways, I'll go make some coffee. I'll be about, what, 3 minutes? Not too long. Okay, I'm back. Got some coffee, got a little bit of coffee. He's so distracted that he doesn't even notice when his wallet falls out of his pocket and onto the sidewalk. I noticed, of course. Ever the pragmatist. Seeing an opportunity, I zip it over and snatch it up. Prying open the black leather pockets, I find...
Score.
money! Hey, just a minute, yours? Was it good coffee? A couple bills and what I figure is the local currency. I slide the money out and into a pocket of my jacket. By now, the man is so far ahead that he's almost out of sight. I have to hurry to catch up to him to give him back his wallet, and he barely even says thank you.
I should have just kept the whole thing.
Yeah, you should. Thank you, thank you. It's only fair that I get a little something for myself, since it's not like he would have ever gotten it back without me. Yee yee. Peace, 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 heart, peace, peace, heart. I head back to my bench and expect my prize. A blue bill and a brown one. These feel sturdy, nothing like the paper I expected.
1, 0, 10, and 5.
5? So?
So 15.
There you go, mijo! This is a... Forget a step back, this is a marathon back. Well, at least we know she can do arithmetic. 15 isn't much. I definitely should have kept the whole wallet. Oh well, at least this should be enough to buy myself something to drink. My thirst is starting to get the better of me, as I haven't had anything since I snuck onto the airship. Following my nose, I walk down the busy street until I find one of the many cafes lining the path. The sign hanging above its front door has a picture of a bell on it. A charming bell rings out from above the door as I enter. I can't help but savor the wave of refreshing, cool air washing over me, which feels even better after so much running.
Hiya!
Oh!
Welcome to the Bell House.
Oh! 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 Lena! Straight to my brain! Straight to my brain! Lena! 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 Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, Cat. Hi, Cat Man. Hi, Cat Man. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, you're doing good, dude. Don't give me that. Lena! 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 The barista behind the counter is the only other person in the store right now. As I nod in greeting, she leans forward with a cup in one hand and a pen in the other.
What can I get you? We're having a special on affogatos if you want to try one.
Affogato. Did I look this up already? What's an affogato? What's an affogato? Huh? Let's see, affogato, affogato, how do I spell that? Affogato, affogato, affogato. Ah, okay. Interesting.
Usually, they're like $7, but today, they're only 5. I'd like a...
I'm not sure what an affogato is. Isn't that a vegetable? Not wanting to commit to the strange-sounding drink, I look at the menu instead. Unfortunately, it's full of handwritten, spindly letters. I can't read a single word, and there are no helpful pictures. Safe option it is.
I'll just have a vanilla latte. Ugh, boring. But okay. Name? Miho.
Miho. It's my first time testing out how that name sounds, and I decided that I liked it. I decided on the airship that that was the name I would use here in Wellington. I've used so many names throughout my life that I can't remember most of them. For each new city that I visit, I come up with something new. Foxes don't have any use for names, so nobody ever gave me one. She scribbled something on the cuff with a black marker. And that's how this name looks, and I'm even more pleased with it.
$4.50, please.
I hand her the brown bill, and she gives me back a big coin with a picture of a boat on it.
Alright. I'll have this ready for you in no time.
Hey. She sure seems enthusiastic. I nod as she spins around and starts working. Looking about somewhere to sit, I decide on a seat by the window with the sun pouring in. Near the entrance to the cafe, there's a wire rack with a stack of maps and tourist pamphlets, so I grab one of the maps before taking my seat. The cafe is big and bright, with plants everywhere. They're on the walls, on the floor, and on the ceiling. Most of them are real and vibrant, obviously being well cared for. Even the... Wow! Buddy, I'm in here. Hi. Hi there. What's you wagging your tail for, huh? Come on. Come on. Ah. Ignore him. Even the lights that are hanging down from the ceiling have glass ornaments with little shrubs in them. Oh no. Wrong button. Seems like I made a good choice in coming here. Any place with a bit of nature in it is more comfortable to me than places without.
I guess I should find a place to stay.
Looking down to the map I took, I traced the path that I made from the post down to from the port down to this cafe. It's useful, but it doesn't really tell me anything helpful about the houses in particular. I need to find a higher vantage point. I move my finger along the hills I noticed from outside, following the little brown path to a patch of green with a little mountain icon. That should work for now.
Miho!
My ears perk up right as the barista arrives and places my drink in front of me.
Thanks!
I reach over and take the warm cup in my hand, but the barista doesn't let go.
You ready for the rain tomorrow? Huh? It's gonna rain tomorrow.
I glanced behind me at the window. It's as sunny and blue a day as I've ever seen.
How do you know that? There aren't any clouds out there. I'm just good with the weather. Anyway, if you forget, then you'll be sorry.
She finally lets go of my drink and heads back behind the counter. People are weird. Does the barista pull that on everyone? Standing on the doorstep, I have my first sip.
Oh, this is really good.
It's pretty plain but well made. The coffee isn't too bitter, was just perfect for me. With a moment to myself, my thoughts turn inward as I sip the warm drink. My first travels were in search of someone, but despite my whole life being spent trying, I haven't made any progress in finding them. So I've taken to simply wandering, going wherever I wish at the time. I'd been itching for a change of scenery anyways, so I boarded, snuck onto the first airship I could. The best part about owning nothing but the clothes on my back is that I can pick up and leave whenever I feel like it. I take a moment to get my bearings and look around. I see a tired-looking person shuffling along in the far footpath with a briefcase in their hand. They stop outside one of the buildings, take a deep breath, and pat their face a couple of times, and then go inside. They must not be looking forward to whatever's going to happen in there. Maybe they have to fight someone. Oh, they wish they could fight someone. They wish they could fight someone. God, why is my nose so stuffy today? Jesus. Oh, right, my allergy medication. Through the large glass windows of another store, a fawn is trying on a pair of shoes, but they don't seem to fit her hooves. The people waiting with her look annoyed. I wonder if she fusses around with her footwear a lot. For a while, I simply let the day roll by and watch the various figures who stroll by. People watching is fun, especially in a busy city. Eventually, I go sip my coffee, only to find nothing coming out. With no more reason to stick around, it's time to go. On the sunlit street, I look around to match what I can see with the map's directions. There's a tall green mountain in the distance ahead of me, which must be the one on the map. It'll be the perfect vantage point for this city. Ideally, I'll find an empty building I can crash in, but it's not necessary. A roof over my head would be nice, but I'm plenty used to sleeping outside under the stars. Sometimes it's better than sleeping in a bed. Encouraged by the plan forming in my head, I set off on a long walk to the summit. Question mark? The path to the mountain turns out to be less simple than the map made it look. First, the trail takes me along the waterfront, and then turns upward towards a small forested area. Being among trees and their tall shadows makes me feel at home. Where the path leaves the wood again, I'm a little disappointed. It leads up to a paved road, so I stick to the edge to avoid passing cars. Sometimes I take shortcuts through yards or up unmarked paths. There are quite a few nice-looking homes right outside the roadside. I make a mental note to go check them out when I'm low on money or food. Not much further along, a concrete lookout offers another glimpse at the city below. A couple airships are coming in to dock at the skyport, probably from one of the other floating islands. There's still a ways to the top of the mountain, but luckily the walk has been easy so far. I wouldn't even consider it a hike. Eventually, I reach the final stretch of road. I can see where it curves ahead to the summit, and I hurry to the end. A metal railing spreads out like a crown on top of the mountain. I go to toss my empty cup away. A pair of chatting tourists pass me by.
How far is it from here?
Oh, about an hour from the base of Mount Victoria. So, a bit further from here.
Mount Victoria.
I guess that's the name of this mountain. Mount Victoria. I'm out to work. Enjoyed the game and coffee. Thanks. I hope your work, I hope you have a good time at work. I'm glad to know what this place is called. I say the name out loud to help commit it to memory. Standing at the edge, I'm treated to a wonderful view of Wellington. The city forms a crescent moon shape around the bay, which glitters like a sapphire from up here. The sun is starting to set, and that makes the water even more shimmery. Even more airships can be seen coming and going. I think that I can even see the edge of the floating island we're on, miles out into the open sky. You can't just... I really need to see the... You need to explain what the... I survey the city using the skyport as a reference point. From up here, what felt like such a long chase doesn't really look far at all. If I strain my eyes, I think I can even see the coffee shop from earlier. What was it the barista said it was called? The Bell House? It's kind of tough to make out details. My hearing and sense of smell may be great, but my eyes aren't that much better than a human's. Then I noticed something useful.
Look! Is that our house?
Look, is that our house?
Probably. What can you see from here?
I see Dad's car!
Not too far away, there's a little kid who's using a pair of metal tubes attached to a post. His mom is helping him aim it at the city. It must be something that improves your vision. The moment the kid and his mom leave, I hurry over before someone else can get to them first. When I press my eyes to the same spot the child did, though, all I can see is black. I tried moving it around, but it doesn't change. Is this thing busted? Some text is printed on the side. I have no idea what it says. There's a small slot, though, with a picture of a coin next to it. Lucky for me, it's the coin that has a 50 on it. I put the coin that I received from the barista into the slot and spin a lever. The machine eats my coin, and then when I put my eyes to it again...
Yes!
Woo! Everything looks much closer now. Even the trees on the other side of the hill appear crystal clear detail, like I'm standing next to them. I aim the viewing glasses of the city and look around, trying to find a good place to rest for the night. Houses are a no-go. Even if they look empty or abandoned, you can never let your guard down for a minute. Same with most shops. I don't have enough money for a hotel, and I won't risk sneaking into one of those either. As I'm studying the sights, trying to memorize as much as I can, there's a clicking sound, and once again, the view goes black. Stupid machine. I smack it a couple of times and check again, but I still can't see anything.
Well, whatever. Looks like I'm sleeping outside tonight. Guess this place is as good as any.
Yeah. I head back down the trail a little bit and veer off of it into the underbrush. Oh, question mark, question mark. My favorite.
Not perfect, but it'll do.
It's not exactly the wilderness, but just about everything around here seems cityfied to some extent. Usually when I make it in, I prefer to find a place far from other people. A place where nobody will find me. I doubt I'll find anything perfect, but this is good enough.
It's fine. Can't afford to be picky.
Once the trail I was on is out of sight, I transform again. My neck gets warm as my beat activates, and a few seconds later I'm on all fours. As a fox, the sensations of nature are much stronger. The earth beneath my paws is cool and refreshing, and the breeze whips through my tails like a massage. I hurry down a hill covered in grass so tall that it reaches way over my head. I can smell fresh water, and follow the scent to a small stream where I'm able to quench my thirst. It's just as satisfying as the drink I got at the cafe, but in a different way. And being able to slurp up water is more enjoyable than having to use a straw, or worse, one of those lids with the tiny holes. For a little while, I follow my nose to some berries and some edible plants that I'll use for a snack. Unfortunately, unlike the water, foraging is never as satisfying as eating human food. If I want a real meal tonight, then I should pick up the pace before it gets too late. Still, I want to get this done now while there's still daylight. I keep close to the stream and search for a place where the ground is soft. Before too long, I find a promising area. A small valley with hills on most sides and thick foliage on the others. I'm still close enough to civilization to hear cars and other city noise, but the area I'm in doesn't seem like it gets visited often. At least, it doesn't really smell like people. The spot that I settle on is a nice mound of earth near the edge of the woods, partially hidden by a tall tree with low-hanging leaves. Even if no one comes by, it makes me feel better knowing they'll be out of sight. And so, I start to dig. My claws rip away at the dirt as I burrow downwards, widening the tunnel just enough for my sleek frame to fit. First I dig forward, and then downward, widening out an area that's big enough for my whole body to fit. This is something I've been doing my whole life, even back when I was just a regular fox. I think that's why I don't mind it too much, compared to sleeping inside somewhere. It just feels right to me. Oh, that's her den. Nice little den. It takes a little while, and by the time I'm finally finished, the first few stars have started to peek out from the sky. I shake myself clean of the dirt that sticks to my coat, and then transform back into my human form.
Spread this here, a couple of branches here, some leaves there.
Man, excavation is really easy when you're a human, huh? I walk around the valley a bit, checking from different angles.
Not bad for just an afternoon's work.
Yeah, I'd like to sleep in there at least. If you weren't looking for it, I don't think you'd ever notice anything out of place. All that digging has made me work up an appetite. Not the kind that'll be satisfied with just a few berries.
Ugh, I'm so hungry. I haven't had a real meal since yesterday.
My stomach rumbles painfully. I've been so busy since arriving here in Wellington that I kind of forgot how hungry I was. I grabbed some human food back in town. Casting one last glance at my afternoon's work, I set off towards the city. And with that, I think this is gonna be a good place to save. Why? Because I'd like a nap. I'd like to take a nap. And also get my medicine, because I think this is probably one of the reasons why I'm so tired. Okay. Was that a pun? Was that a pun? Well, anyways. Yep, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm tired. Alright, well, tomorrow we have Dead Cells, and what else? Oh, there's something else. Oh yeah, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, press that like button, whatever. Also, we have a Discord. The Discord should be in the description. If it's not, then I'm a dumbass. And yeah, this has been your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, and I'm gonna go take a nap. See ya. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye, man.